So I'm back on my mission to find the best fish and chips around, and this next place I'm going to is called Mother Hubbards. It's a place that's been serving fish and chips since 1972 when the first branch opened, and I'm going to be checking them out today to see how good the fish and chips is. So let's go in and get some fish and chips. Right, so I'm back now with the fish and chips, and I got a few extras too. Let me tell you what I got. So I got the standard fish and chips, which is £7.95. I got a portion of potato scallops, which is £1.75, but I think you get two for that price. I got a battered sausage at £2.95. I got curry sauce and mushy peas at £1.25 each. So the total is £15.15, which I think is probably about average for big fish and chip shop chains. So let's get in and see how it tastes. So let's start off with the potato scallops, and these things look huge. I mean, check out the size of this. This is the size of my face. Let's go for a taste of it. So as you can tell, the batter is really crispy and crunchy on the outside, and the potato is lovely and fluffy and soft on the inside. It's a really good potato scallop here. I think it's time to dip this in the curry sauce. So I think this is one of the thickest curry sauces I've ever seen. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like a sauce anymore, but more like a jam. Let's go for a taste of it. So there's definitely a kick to it. There's a bit of spice coming through and a nice curry flavour. Let's dip the potato scallop into it. Here it goes. Yeah, so that's delicious. Let's go for another bite. So I think that's one of the better potato scallops I've had. Really crispy and crunchy on the outside and soft and fluffy in the middle. And it goes perfectly with the curry sauce. Let's try the battered sausage. Alright, this battered sausage is one of the biggest ones I've seen as well. And I can't even pick it up with my plastic fork. Have a look at the size of this battered sausage. It's massive. Let's go for a taste of it. Right, that's pretty interesting. This battered sausage tastes different from all the others that I've had so far. This one tastes a little bit more meaty, like it's got a little bit more meat content in it. And you can definitely see that when you look inside at the meat of the sausage. The batter is really thin and crispy on the outside as well. Let's dip this in the curry sauce. Right, here it goes. This is a really good start so far. I think it's time to move on to the fish and chips. Right, this fish and chips looks lovely. The fish is not the biggest in the world, but they told me it was cod, which is quite rare to see these days, because usually at the fish and chip places that I've been to, the standard fish and chips comes with haddock. The chips in here look absolutely massive. Some of the biggest, fattest chips I've ever seen. They're huge. Check this out. This is a real big chip right here. Let's go for a taste of the chip. So there's a bit of a slight crunch on the outside and soft in the middle. These chips are a little bit different to your standard chip shop chips. They seem to be a little bit less thick but more wide than your regular chip shop chip. But they're still good though. I think it's time to dip it in the curry sauce. The chips and curry sauce go really well together. It's delicious. Right, let's try out the chips with the mushy peas. I've got the mushy peas right here, and it also seems to be one of the thickest mushy pieces I've ever seen as well. Like the curry sauce. Let's give it a taste. Yep, so that's a good mushy peas. A good strong pea flavour there, and it's thick as well, which I quite like. Let's dip a chip into it. Right, let's go in for the fish. Here it goes. Okay, so with the fish you can definitely tell that that's cod. There's a lighter flavour there. With haddock there's more of a strong fishy flavour. Okay, let's dip this in some mushy peas. That's really nice. And now let's try the curry sauce. Okay, let me finish this up and I'll give you my verdict on what fish and chips is like at Mother Hubbards. Okay, so here's my final thoughts on the fish and chips here. So let's start off with the potato scallop and battered sausage. The potato scallop was great. I really liked it. It was crispy on the outside, the batter was crunchy, soft and potatoey and fluffy on the inside. The battered sausage, again, I think that was one of the meatiest battered sausages I've ever tasted. I think the meat content in that sausage was being higher than other places. The batter was thin and crispy on the outside as well, so they were really good. Now the sauces, they were some of the thickest sauces I've ever had. So the curry sauce and the mushy peas were really thick. I think I said the curry sauce was like a bit of a jam, it was that thick. And the mushy peas was really thick too. But they both had good flavour and tasted really nice. Now for the fish and chips. I thought they were really good overall. So the chips, they were a little bit different to chips that I've had at other fish and chip places. They're a little bit wider and not as thick here. And they seem to have a little bit more of a chew to them as well. And with the fish, I think you can definitely tell that it's cod that they're using here because you can taste the difference in flavour. So here it's a little bit more delicate and lighter in flavour than the other places that I've had which have used haddock. The batter was crispy and crunchy on the outside too, although I do suspect that they're using vegetable oil instead of beef dripping here because I think at the other places they've had a little bit more of a depth to the flavour of the batter. So I think it might be because that they're using vegetable oil instead of beef dripping. There's a bit of a nice change to have cod here, and I think it's down to personal preference which one you prefer, cod or haddock. Some people like the more of a fishy flavour of the haddock and some people like the more delicate, lighter flavour of the cod. So it's up to you which one you like, but they do serve cod as standard here. If you're in the area, I think it's worthwhile checking out if you want fish and chips because they are pretty good. Okay, so if you like the video, click on the thumbs up icon below. I'm going to do more food videos coming up, so if you want to come along for the journey, click on the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.